number 19, Park Street, West Rock Street.
What is up, Overwatch Odyssey? It is Zoran coming at you live, mic side here for this matchup between Texas A&M, University of Galveston, going up against XL2 A for their final match here in what is now considered the 5th round. This will be a matchup to close out Stage 1 for both of these teams. Texas A&M still hoping to get at least a win there in their side. XL2A hoping to finish off strong and remain undefeated for Stage 1. Here in the booth with me, as always, Well, I shouldn't say as always, but again, we have got Ray. Ray, what is going on, my brother?
Hello, everybody. As Zoran has said, my name is Ray. You might know me as Bogus Bonus. I participate on a team called Munchkins, formerly known as Noble Guardians. I'm just here for the good times, and the fun games.
Here for a good time, well, maybe both. But we have got things ready to go into this match. XL2A has opted to ban Samoa for the control map, and Texas A&M Galveston have selected my personally least favorite map, Antarctic Peninsula, and we will be getting things underway now. Ray, what are your thoughts on Antarctic Peninsula?
Antarctic Peninsula might be a pick to try and just bring XL2A to their worst fears possible. Texas A&M, they're still looking for their first win here, and I think we might be finding them take XL2A to a lot of these random maps or difficult tough maps. I think Antarctic Peninsula is pretty against the ball, which also might be where Texas A&M is really going for. That ball from Deezer Rules is very, very annoying, and especially in this inside map, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, and you see, D's gonna be playing Reinhardt. This might be the first time, aside from Winston on Tuesday night, this might be the first time I've seen D's. Well, actually, this will be the first time I've seen D's start off on something that's not ball.
Yeah, the Reinhardt is interesting. On this map, up top is quite brawly, but if you're unable to win that first fight, you might have some issues. Might have some issues fighting that high ground, but we'll see Photon Dragon on the hazard. And Joe Mama Speedy, the Reaper Junkrat, very, very brawly as XL2A put a blitz through. Photon Dragon with a dash come in. A lot of XL2A gets very low as Drag is able to take down 2 on the Pharah. These are rules swinging around, taking 3. Not even evening it out, just straight up winning that fight. That was pretty well done.
Oh, nice fire strike. I think that was aiming for Ender Kitty, able to get ripped there.
Yeah, this you really gonna have to respect your distance from this Reinhardt. And what's good is they have the Pharah, they have the Bastion, so distance can be respected, but when you want to try and fight them, you just have to understand this brawl is going to be dangerous as, yeah, Joe Mama just shows up on the Reaper and absolutely tears down Photon Dragon. These are Rules making use of that space and charging in. This is where we see XL2A just start pushing straight through. Joe Mama falls very low. Drag 947 comes through, getting Speedy low, but not killing him. Sonic taking out Llama, and Photon Dragon trading it out. These the Rules with the shatter. Straight on a Photon Dragon, just not letting him do anything here.
Yeah, I mean, things just seemed pretty scattered and sporadic. I don't know if you kind of got that feeling in that kind of last team fight there. Maybe hoping to get a little bit of a cleaner engage in this fight.
They were falling back. Joe Mama holding the corner there, trying to catch somebody off guard, and does with Mama after he's spotted. There goes the window from Archer, just taking down Photon Dragon as Drag tries to touch and cap point, but he's able to just be collapsed on, and this isn't looking too well for Texas A&M.
It's very solid and strong hold here from XL2A so far, especially playing with that Reinhardt, playing right there, almost in a choke type position for Texas A&M.
A lot of ults come out, Beat and the Riptire. comes through as Photon Dragon's able to touch the point. Riptire gets nobody. Photon Dragon drops very, very low. Coelectric comes out from Underkitty. And this looks like a really, really big downpour as it gets, I think, at least 3. You must be feeling really good when you hit that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big ult there. Joe Mama trying to get out, does get the Mega.
Will it be enough, though? Oh, there goes Shatter in the very close space, just taking down only Llama. These rules unable to finish the kill.
Surviving.
Yeah.
Not for too long.
Llama just pushes up a little bit too far inside of all of XL2 as these rules goes for a greedy pin on the Underkitty, and it works. As Speedy on the Genji cleans up. A lot of ults on the side of Texas A&M, but just not a lot of bodies able to use them. They really needed to use those ults first before this push came out. And that'll just be round 1.
Yeah, that was a solid first round for XL2A. There was that moment of greatness that Texas A&M Galveston had a solid downpour from Photon Dragon, enabling a lot of that, and some solid picks there from Llama as well. But going to need more of that if they want to come away with this second objective.
Looks like more we shall see as Photon Dragon switches over to the Malga. Not finalized, but it will definitely do something. We also see Llama on the Sombra and Joe Mama on Cassidy. Let's see how this works. Yeah, so the Malga does look like it is going to come out. Staying on the Pharah. This one might be interesting because of that Baptiste and the Cassidy just dealing a lot of damage to Pharah. A little very pokey fight comes out. Photon Dragon goes for the run. Llama's caught off guard. Photon Dragon very, very deep in XL2A and just gets melted. Joe Mama taking 3 on that fight.
It looked like Drag and Archer were having a little bit of a 1v1 there on the right side of the map, but Archer able to come away with a clean victory there, staying alive.
Yeah, Baptiste isn't really the type of person you'd want to take those 1v1s with because of both of his abilities. Now this is first point for XL2A as Photon Dragon runs through. There goes the pin, not getting anybody as Photon, oh, he falls very, very low. Not able to survive. Joe Mama falls very, very low as well. Sonic drops the beat, but unable to save Joe Mama. This is a team kill for the side of XL2A, but Sonic will have to drop back to try and sort of taxi Joe Mama. So if Texas A&M can take this time and sort of walk it up and try and get a pick before the fight starts, they can probably come out on top here.
It looks like Sonic is going to get Joe Mama back, so that advantage is now come and gone.
Alright, quick fight into the right room as the Shatter comes down. Nobody able to help. Texas A&M High Noon comes out as well, and that's just sort of a cleanup.
Still a solid hold from XL2A. Coming up on a barrage and coalescence. Cage as well, but that's just shut down with a fire strike.
And that's just gonna let these rules pin in. Get the Pharah, no barrage for you. There's the rest of the ults coming out as Window and Blade cleaning up too. And it's just not looking too good. Photon Dragon has the cage, runs on the point, drops the cage, and it's just unfortunate. You can't really get that cardiac overdrive when Deez is just holding up his shield. Underkitty able to touch, Drag killing one in their spawn, but it's just not enough. Llama and Underkitty just aren't able to hold for that long. That's a quick map 1.
Play of
that. Yeah, they were just all low health and lined up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a solid play there from Photon Dragon on Hazard. Good use of ult and a lot of value from it as well, but unfortunately unable to come away with either of the control points, now leaving the score 1-0 for XL2 A. Looking at that map, Ray, what are some things that you think, if anything, just knowing how dominant of a team XL2A has been in Group B for this first stage, what are some things you think Texas A&M could do in order to have, I'll say, more value or be more effective against XL2?
Well, XL2, it seems like they're taking this match a little relaxed. So I think if Photon and either Llama or Drag could get a good, well-timed dive onto any one of XL2's their backline or the DPS, I feel like this is still very doable for Texas A&M if they can get something going. Especially like that Hazard actually wasn't looking too bad. If they can just get a quick dive onto the back line, it might be an effective strategy. It might be an effective strategy, especially against that Reinhardt. D's on ball might not might be a little bit of an issue, but if Texas A&M could play together and sort of go off of their own momentum, they could try and get a map win out of this.
Yeah, they definitely could. There are definitely some things to take into consideration. I know you said that XL2A was playing maybe a little bit more lax, maybe making some different picks, working on some different things, and taking advantage of this match in order to do that. However, definitely something, I always say, me being a fan of, I'm going to get a lot of hate here, but Ohio State football, I feel like sometimes they play down to their competition. So that's something that Texas A&M Galveston may be able to do if XL2A is going to play too laxed. Something to capitalize there, and like you were saying, coordinate some dives between Photon and Drag in order to come away with that.
Yeah, I feel like XL2A is not devoid of mistakes that everyone makes in their lifetime, and if Texas A&M can find those and exploit those, they could have a good map on their hands.
They could, and we are going to either hybrid or escort. Personally, my choice, if you know the team is better, my thought is to maybe select escort, eliminate some of that initial bunker, but also I know that there is also some chokes and some tough turns to take on escort, and it looks like actually hybrid will be selected by Texas A&M Galveston, so now we have map picks and bans to do yet.
Hybrid, not knowing much about Photon Dragon, Midtown or possibly Kings Row could be pretty nice for Texas A&M. Something to like. I think it's very winnable if they decide to play into the Reinhardt. If they decide to force D's on the Reinhardt, like D's wants to play Reinhardt, I'm sure. So if they can just sort of be like, yeah, go for it, it's definitely doable. Especially if you have something like Speedy playing a character that he might not play often, that isn't like Genji or Junkrat that we've seen.
Sure. Looks like Eichenwald is going to be banned, and Midtown is going to be selected. I'm gonna be real, Midtown's one of my favorite maps, but purely because of the music as you're loading into the map. And
that is a pretty good point.
It's definitely not in my Spotify liked songs playlist.
So what I am assuming we're gonna see, at least tank-wise, maybe Photon on the Sigma. Sigma's definitely viable on Midtown, and if the back line goes something like a poke on a Alari or something similar, I think XL2A could end up collapsing from the pressure.
That could be, knowing Photon at least maybe a little bit more than you. I do know that Photon has a nice Sigma. It'll just be a matter of whether or not they can use that poke comp and apply either enough pressure or fend XL2A off enough for it to hold its value. If XL2A is able to collapse and really take advantage of knowing the strengths and weaknesses of that poke comp, it could also be equally as bad for Texas A&M. It just depends on how things play out and how things look.
Yeah, if Photon decides to play in, so they are on defense here. If the setup is on the lower, it might be pretty difficult for them to stop any, assuming D's goes on Reinhardt, it might be difficult for them to just stop any push that they do, because they could just sort of walk wherever they want to. You know,
Yeah.
hiding up on top of fire station might be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it could be. Just looking at things and what they want to play. I mean, Photon already having made that selection on Sigma, and it looks like D's is also going to be playing a Sigma here. XL2A with maybe, I'll say a pseudo poke comp. As I say that, D's immediately swapping to Junker Queen.
This comp coming from Texas A&M looks disgusting. With the Zenyatta and the Symmetra, that just, I don't know how good it will do. It might just be the type of cheese that they need to win this map.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Yeah, so Diesel Rules on Junker Queen, they're doing a very fast comp. So if this Zenyatta could do something to stop it, we'll have to see though. As XL2 goes all the way to the right, Archer getting hit by a rock, falling very low, but does not get anything to finish him off, and it's just looking like an odd sort of poke right now. This poke is exactly what Texas A&M wants. Shout comes out from D's the Rules as, yeah, Rip 15 is going to get caught off guard, and this is just where XL2 thrives right now. Without one of their teammates, they had so many angles, and they just collapsed directly onto point, taking down all of Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's a tough fight, and Joe Mama taking some really nice off angles, getting the support line to look around, immediately pressuring from spawn, getting ripped very low, but may go down, no recall. Able to survive and get out, just continuing to force Texas A&M Galveston to just say, hey, look at me, and if you don't, then able to punish off of that.
Yeah, we see these DPS taking a lot of off angles here as Rip 15 gets hit with another knife from that Junker Queen. Llama and Drag are able to take two, which is not too bad, but Speedy finds Drag in the back. Speedy taking down Ender Kitty as well, and it's a 2v2 right now. Photon Dragon alive and well, like he's able to hold that space. It's just his team is going to respawn a lot slower than XL2A, and the rock comes out, and it might just be a collapse and a late stagger.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of maybe the decision to hold down low. I think Sigma's strength relies heavily on taking that high ground. There's the ult from D. He's able to get ripped down again and getting Ender Kitty very low.
That's not too bad. If you're Texas A&M, you're gonna need to keep playing to force out ults and try to win in these ult trades where there goes the pulse bomb out onto Llama, and he's got nothing to deal with that, as there is beat as well. This is the trance, which sort of is able to save them, but just not able to get Photon Dragon on the point. Payload reaches as Joe Mama picks up Ender Kitty and Speedy takes out Rip 15, and this is just another lost fight for the side of Texas A&M.
Mama just trying to get out, but getting chased down by Sonic with Deez and Joe behind.
Now, knowing that these DPS from the side of XL2 just really like to take the off angles, I feel like there should be some roster changes for Texas A&M, but it's still looking like they're running with this. 2 ults from both DPS, 4 ults total is a lot to deal with. There goes the Death Blossom, but it's just unable to catch anybody. These are rules taking down Rip 15 again. Speedy popping the blade, but gets a rock to the face. That's going to be the only pick inside of Texas A&M, because Deez is going to pick up Drag, and Photon is just going to be forced to run back. And that's round 1.
Yeah, that was tough in that situation. I mean, I'm not here to critique, I'll say, individual play there from Texas A&M Galveston. That may have been an opinion or an option for Photon Dragon to flux sooner than that. At least being able to get it off. May not have survived getting it off, but at least trying to get it off. But just XL2A in Texas A&M Galveston's face, applying pressure, poking at the support the whole time, forcing them to look in other directions. Just very well played, I think, from XL2, just overwhelming the poke that, I'll say, the slow pace that Texas A&M Galveston wanted to run.
Yeah, Deez the Rules was very, very lethal on that Junker Queen, getting multiple picks onto Rip 15 on that Zenyatta at the start, and that's kind of just ending the fight at some point. It's just like you don't have that Zen anymore, which means you can't pressure the Junker Queen from taking those just walking straight into your face.
Yeah. It looks like Deez now going to be playing Winston, which we saw a really strong Winston earlier against the Pistols.
2, 1.
I believe so.
Defend objective A.
Oh, Joe Mama on that dash. Yeah, so Speedy was sitting up top. It was a lot. Actually, Photon Dragon able to take 1 out of that fight. You know what? That's not the worst thing in the world, because Speedy is going to take a while to come back. Speedy already with 50% ult charge, just because of that, like, Junkrat sitting on the top, drop down, and is able to combine with the pressure from Joe Mama on the Ashe. It's just able to destroy. We are hoping Texas A&M could get a fast contest on this and maybe catch somebody off guard.
And lots of picks, yeah.
Drag tried to make a play on top there, but the Junkrat spam was just enough to take out Llama, and once Llama took out, and since Drag was nowhere near with the team, they were just, Deez the Rules was able to just jump directly on the back on the entire team, and it's just not looking too well. Drag with a fast Rafara, I think that's Sonic. Deez the Rules overextending in order to kill, but it's not enough. Joe Mama getting a good pick on Llama. This is a 3v3, but Texas A&M have their tank.
That's a big pick. Photon Dragon still heading in, but there's the Riptire getting 2.
Yeah, Photon Dragon was in the Nemesis form. He had the tools able to stop that Riptire. He just needed to hard peek and hope he could get 2 punches off before the tire was able to kill him.
I'm not against the Pharah pick. I think it'll be hard with how well Joe Mama has been playing on this map.
Reed. There goes the dynamite, and Lamatix is just peeking that open area, and is not able to live for any long. There goes beat from Sonic, as Photon Dragon is just pulled up in a corner, losing, punching his demons, losing health. It's just not looking too well. Lamatix switching to the
Nice
the
early
Reaper.
pick.
Yeah. Nano goes on to D's the rules, as he's just being anywhere and everywhere he wants to, because they don't really have a lot of damage for it. Texas A&M just does not have a lot of damage for it. Photon Dragon gets low, forces out the Nemesis form. Drag 47, or Drag able to take Joe Mama out. That's looking pretty good, as Texas A&M are 5 right now.
Yeah, it could open something up.
Trap onto Ender Kitty, and Speedy is able to take him down. Speedy falling low to the Nemesis, and even with the annihilation for Photon Dragon, it's just not enough. They were able to kite it really well. There really wasn't much target priority on the side of Texas A&M, although it was a pretty good fight. With only a few seconds left, Llama goes into the Wraith form, but is unable to touch as Riptire comes out, and that's the end of Midtown as well.
Play of the game.
We see Sonic in the back line, taking up a lot of kills.
Yeah, that map was just really well played by XL2 A, and I had given a shout out earlier, but Joe Mama just doing some nasty things on Ash on the defensive side. It was a tough ask for Texas A&M Galveston. They were able to get some picks, and able to get some early picks even, but unfortunately they weren't able to take advantage of that and able to press forward. Just so much damage output from XL2A, and there was at one point where I thought, hey, maybe this is going to be Texas A&M Galveston's time to shine. They were up a lot, it felt like, and Photon Dragon was just pushing in, and then we had that tire from Speedy just shutting that down entirely. So definitely well played map from XL2A.
Without a doubt.
But now we will be going to push, options being Coliseo, Esperanza, and New Queen Street, not Runasapi, like I said on Tuesday. So it'll be interesting. Maybe not interesting. It may be something where you want to try and figure out if any of these maps play to XL2's strengths or not, or what is going to maximize your strengths. I think that'll be a deciding factor as well.
You've seen how flexible D's is on tank, so you wonder which one will be the best. Maybe Esperanza if they want to play the Pharah. New Queen Street is pretty decent. I think it's just a good map in general, and it might be the map that XL2A wants to ban here, as Coliseo and Esperanza are just a little bit more focused in XL2A's strength.
Yeah. I mean, is it at the point where you would say comfort pick time? Do something that you think works well?
Absolutely. I think Texas A&M should play the team composition that they are most comfortable with, because if anything, you're playing this to improve. You're playing this to see both how the enemy team reacts to your team comp, reacts to your play, and how you can adapt to it in the future.
Sure. Yeah. There, I mean, we are, like I said, coming close to the end, where this will be the end of Stage 1 for both Texas A&M and XL2A. At this point, it is not looking like XL2A will remain in Group B, and at this point, it's looking like Texas A&M will. So just being able to find your strengths as a team and learn from it, I think, is kind of what you were getting at here. Being able to move that into Stage 2. They had some close bouts with Respawn Raiders, as well as Steamboat, I believe, but they're going to have to really learn, take from what they did against these other teams, and capitalize and work through that, I think.
Agreed.
Alrighty, and we are waiting. So XL2A will have a. So we actually, to answer chat here, we do have some console players and some PC players. I know XL2A is mixed. Respawn Raiders has some console players as well. So definitely not denying console players. It looks like Queen Street is going to be banned, leaving Texas A&M Galveston to select from the remaining two, being Coliseo and Esperanza. And Esperanza is going to be selected.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that. Esperanza is a pretty mobile. You can make some other comps work, but overall it's a pretty mobile map. So if Photon Dragon can bring out something like a good diva, or something to match the firepower coming from D's, you know, it's definitely doable, especially with a good lead.
Yeah, I think the other thing is they want to know their target focus, know who they want to push on, and go from there. I think that could help them immensely, identifying, D's is in the back line, applying that pressure there, and forcing D's to jump out, like on Winston, or if overextending on Ryan, being able to counter that and acknowledge that. It's going to be a tough feat for them to come away on this push map, but certainly possible. It's never impossible, but
we will just have to see.
That's the truth. Alrighty, and we are getting the ready up confirmations. Looks like we have the ready from both teams, so we will be getting things underway here at Esperanza.
Welcome to Esperanza.
So team comps on this map will be interesting to see. Especially, we've been talking a lot about both of the tank battle here with Photon and D's, but the backline will also be just as important, if not even more, for both teams, because of how team comps are oriented in this game. Backlines basically decide the entire pace of the team comp. If you run a Kiri Lucio, you'll just go, you'll be engaging really fast, whether you have a monkey or a Junker Queen, you know?
Yeah.
And if you play like the Ilariana, you'll have more poke, or like with a Baptiste, you'll have a lot of poke, and we'll just see how both sides decide on their team comps.
Ready for battle.
So, Archer on the Baptiste, as we have seen many times, Archer's very comfortable on that character. Sonic as well on the Lucio. Lucio can push up, especially with the Reinhardt, which these the rules is showing here. And on the side of Texas A&M, we've got quite the team comp. We're looking at Venture, Echo, Roadhog. Very interesting. Without the speed, XL2A is able to get there first. A great boop from Sonic. Just absolutely knocks Texas A&M off height. Llama trying to pressure it back, but Speedy is able to get a nice deflect and get Llama quite low. Does not fall down though, as a great hook on Llama and a nice target focus. XL2A looking pretty low, but D's Rule able to take down Rip. Unfortunately falling himself. Nice hook on the Sonic, is able to finish that kill, but Archer on the Baptiste and Speedy was just able to tear down the backline. That was looking really good, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I honestly thought that Texas A&M Galveston could have come away with that fight, but just what Speedy was doing in the backline and then sustain as well as damage output from Archer enough to keep things rolling. Looks like Speedy and Joe Mama setting up something here on Genji and Tracer.
Off the Roadhog as Speedy is just able to disembowel Ender Kitty and some good shurikens on the drag while they're running away. Speedy pops the blade deep into Texas A&M's backline, and that's a 4K, clean 4K.
Man.
Photon Dragon cycling through tanks here. Deciding on the Figma. There's the window as forces Texas A&M to make a decision. Their decision will be to play a little bit safe. They backed up. The window didn't really have much value other than healing. A Life Weaver pulled on the Photon Dragon. Probably not what Rip 15 was going for. But met with a shatter as drags switch onto Symmetra. It looks like we're playing Mystery Heroes right now. I think as
no.
2 meters. Rip with a res on the drag, but it's pulse bombed in return. Oh my god!
That was a disgusting rock.
Amazing rock by Photon Dragon. Sonic matches that with a beat as the speed, they're just able to completely run over Texas A&M. There's the flux onto just D's. He's able to drop down, but the lamp will be able to save him. We see a lot of switches from Texas A&M. Llama on the Torb trying to make things work, but it just isn't enough as the bot nears it, and that will end it. An unfortunate Mystery Heroes match from probably the first one we've ever seen. And this is that speedy 4K here with the blade and the kill onto the cloaked Sombra. And that's the game. XL2A takes a defining 3-0. keeping their undefeated status in Group B.
Yeah. Yep. And I know we talked about this on Tuesday after they won their match against, man, my memory is awful. I believe it was Pistols. It was Pistols.
Yeah.
Talking about the possibility or the likelihood of XL2A moving up into Group A. Definitely going to be, I'll say, some tougher matches for XL2A going up against teams like, Munchkins or Loot Boxers or Cowboys. Also having some strong competition. I know that Munchkins will be playing XL2B here soon, and that'll be a good matchup as well, I believe. But seeing these teams compete against one another, it'll be interesting to see these matches. It'll be good to see these matches. I'm sure they'll be hard fought.
Indeed.
But I'm just like browsing through. Okay, well, considering that this is the last stream for the week and last match for these two teams, looking at the possibility of some mystery heroes here.
Mystery Heroes match.
Just to have some fun. So we'll hash out the details here real quick. So stay tuned. Nylox, Jolly, Hamter, everyone who just hopped on for the stream. We may have one more match that will just be mystery heroes if you want to watch that one. So stay tuned for just a second, and we'll be right back.
It's only buckets where I'm at, where I'm from. They don't tuck it, they just shoot. Get buckets through the gap. You be sluggish at the bat. I be Kirby Puckett. Sticking house of Moan bound, stuck it to the mat. Magic fingers, like I'm Stephon Diggs. I don't like my coffee black, I like it Tayshaun Prince. Hold on to the balls, just like Marshawn Lynch. In the whip, you ain't like the I got a dream and it's all I see. I got my team and it's all I need. I see them hating and it's fine by me. Fine by me. See them hating and it's fine by me. Fine by me. I see them hating and it's fine by me. It's fine by me. It's all I see. It's fine by me. It's all I need. See them hating and it's fine by me. It's fine by me. I can see them hating, but it's all good. Say they hating 'cause I made it, 'cause they never thought I would. Yeah. They love to make a scene, so they do the most. Sipping on the lean just to fill the void. I might charge a fee just to be at home. I get everything that I want and more. And I had a freak, yeah, I had a freak. She made me a fiend, yeah, she made me a fiend. And now they coming for me, trying to find a way out. Pressing me 'cause they know I got the layout. Under pressure, so they pouring up the alcohol. Pass out in the mansion, so they couldn't find them all. A bunch of thugs sipping on a glass of gin and juice. They all do the same thing, I live rhythm and fools. Yeah, rhythm and fools. Yeah, rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. I just dropped a record, no one ever would. Try to make it sound like this, you never could. Paving not the way again. Y'all can't wait for the weekend. And you have a dream, yeah. And I go to sleep. You try to sing, yeah.
pouring up the alcohol. Pass out in the mansion so they couldn't find them all. A bunch of thugs sipping on a glass of gin and juice. They all do the same thing, call it rhythm and fools. Yeah, rhythm and fools. Yeah, oh, rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. A bunch of thugs sipping on a glass of gin and juice. They all do the same thing, call it rhythm and fools. Yeah, paving out the way again. Yeah, y'all can't wait for the weekend.
Alrighty, we are back. Thank you everyone for waiting. We are playing Mystery Heroes, and I ditched Ray. Ray is going to be playing for Texas A&M Galveston, and XL2 will have the majority of their roster, including some of their subs in there as well. So this is going to be a for fun match, and we will get things started. Oh, and I guess being Mystery Heroes, there will be perks as well. Didn't realize that, but that's okay because these teams will be experiencing perks for their next match anyway, so time to get used to them.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
I'm just saying it's going to be a nightmare to cast, so we're just going to keep things here. See a lot going on here. And Sonic getting a pick there on the Ray. Rip getting Sonic, Archer answering back, able to get ripped down. XL2 A here on point. Do I have enough keys for this? Oh, I do have enough keys for this. Ray hooking and getting Archer. Hoping to have some sort of sustained Joe Mama getting. There's gonna be a tree from drag. A7 getting a hammer kill. And with the hammer and power of Ash, Ray does go down, drag down, Ender Kitty down as well. Yeah, this is some 6v6 Mystery Heroes for everyone who's just hopping in. XL2A did get a quick 3-0 victory against Texas A&M Galveston, so now we're having a just for fun match. with my co-caster Ray hopping in for the side of Texas A&M Galveston. Convinced having a Bastion and Mystery Heroes is like a cheat code, but both teams, Texas A&M Galveston has 2, but about to lose 1. So having these there on D.Va is going to be huge. Targeting the D.Va, or sorry, the Bastions right away. And there are perks enabled. This is just pure chaos. I did forget to put it on comp settings though, so oops. And there's just all of Texas A&M Galveston right there on D's. Could be the opportunity for Texas A&M Galveston to hold the map, but just under 6 minutes for XL2 to hold on to this. Nice play there by Ray. That's a tough M-ward there from A7, but Ray still able to get out. Well, that's big artillery there from Archer. That could be all she wrote. I just don't even know who to watch, chat.
Victory.
Alright, well, we'll get to the play of the game. We'll swap sides and alright. We are gonna swap
Now
sides here.
entering. Ready for battle.
The game did it for me. It makes my job 10 times easier. Yeah, I just don't know what to say here. So it looks like there was 5. You capped with 408.
5, 4, 3,
Alright, so
1.
looks like they're playing, since we didn't do comp, they're playing best time wins. XL2 did have 4 minutes and 8 seconds left.
They broke my island. The objective is mine.
And there's going to be the payload. 7 minutes for Texas A&M Galveston to start moving the payload. There are going to be mines from Sonic onto the payload. I'm just watching this. Oh, unfortunate. D's able to get that pick there onto Ray.
You didn't like my present?
That payload won't stop it now. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. That was a big mine. That was a big ult there from Sonic. I believe has yet to die. Yeah, Sonic and D's both not having died yet. I just had to spectate D's to get that first pick.
Halo is moving right along.
I'm impressed. 3 fires on the side of XL2.
My ultimate is charged.
had 3 Fars on the side of XL2A. Now we have 3 Ramantras on the side of Texas A&M Galveston. I think Ramatra may be considered a comfort pick for Ray. Reporting triple Ram. And it looks like regardless of how long it takes XL2, or I should say so much damage there. Flanking Arisa, able to get ripped down. Oh, that was a nice tech there from Llama on King's Row. You can get under the map there and go back to respawn. A7 playing on Ventures also a comfort pick, I would say, but you just never know what you're going to get on Mystery Heroes. Did have a Venture 1v1 here in the small room. Llama able to come out on top. 2.5 minutes left for Texas A&M Galveston to complete the map. Bomb coming in from Sonic. Able to get 3 in a turret. Not sure what that was from Joe Mama here. And that's going to be all she wrote for this match of Mystery Heroes. Yeah, I could have seen this coming. Alrighty, and that is going to be all she wrote between these two teams. We did some mystery heroes to cap things off, as it was a quick, solid, and dominant performance from XL2A, able to secure an undefeated record here in Stage 1. Ray, how's it going?
Going quite well. You know, we had a good attack on Kings, even after the ball. The ball was quite devastating, but
Yeah, that was a match. I'll be honest, I think I said less words than when the intro 5 minutes are rolling. It, it was just, it's hard to cast that just watching all the madness, especially 6v6.
exactly.
So it was a fun match. Fun to I'll say maybe let off some steam after a tough loss. And as you can see there in chat, XL2 just begging for more custom or arcade games. But we are gonna call things here for the stream. So thank you all for tuning in with us. We were going to do an interview, but I think that Mystery Heroes took over for that. So we are going to call things a night there. Any closing remarks watching both of these teams play, and again with the possibility of having to face XL2A in some of your next matches?
You know, when I was in the VC, I really liked the vibes. So I think even if Texas A&M may have lost that one and lost the others, I don't think it's over for them. I think it's a great team with a great group of people, and I mean, I wish the best for them. As for XL2A, I hope you're prepared. That's all I'll say for them, because I'm quite confident in my team. So
All right.
this may be pretty easy for you now, but we'll see how things go. Only time will tell.
So intimidation, I see, is the tactic. Makes me think of playing a Madden My Career, and you get text messages from like opposing teams, and you have the option to praise, intimidate, or something else. And it would seem that Ray has gone with the intimidation tactic here. But
I mean, we fought against the ball already, and
that's true.
And you saw the outcome of that. So
That
I
is
wouldn't
true.
say that I'd be pretty confident in my team. All I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I do like the confidence, but that is going to be the end of this week. This was a round 5 matchup, so jumping into things a little early. We do still have the Cowboys and XL2B to play, but that match has been delayed a little bit, and maybe sometime this weekend. We are looking to get that rescheduled ASAP. Looking at your screen, so on Sunday at 8 p.m. EST is XL2C versus the Loot Boxers. So that will be a match to watch. Loot Boxers hoping to get another slot there in the win column after a tough loss to then Noble Guardians, now Munchkins. Next on Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST, we have got Munchkins going up against XL2B, and then Thursday to close off Stage 1, we have got the 2 Wyoming teams. That will be at 8 p.m. EST. That is Steamboat versus Pistols. That'll be, I would say, a fun and exciting matchup for both of those teams, vying to, I'll say, get a better spot. Possibly moving up. It'll just be interesting to see what these two teams are capable of in that matchup. But that'll be all of this stream tonight. Tomorrow is Friday, woo woo, and we have the weekend. So we will see you back here on Sunday. Until then, have a great rest of your evening. Good Friday, great weekend, and we'll see you later.
Hey,